What if I told you there was a top-secret government project so bizarre, so utterly unbelievable, that it sounds like a plot from a Hollywood movie? But here's the thing. It actually happened. Check this out. It's 1969, right in the middle of the Cold War. The United States is totally freaking out about staying ahead of the Soviet Union. So, what do? They start this mind-blowing secret project that's so crazy, you won't believe it's real. Now, you might hear this called different names. Some people say Operation Often, others say MKOFTEN. But here's the deal. They're the exact same super-secret project. The MK part? That's just CIA code for their mind-bending research projects. It's like their special spy language. The CIA, that mysterious organization that knows more secrets than a teenager's diary, decided to do something absolutely bonkers. They launched this project, which was basically a top-secret mission to explore all kinds of supernatural and paranormal stuff. To be honest, it's like they were trying to turn science fiction into reality. Let's talk context first. During this time, the CIA was already doing some pretty wild experiments. They had this other project called MK Ultra, which was all about messing with people's minds using drugs and psychological tricks. But Operation Often? Oh, this was on a whole different level. While MK Ultra was playing around with chemistry and psychology, Operation Often was like, you know what? Let's investigate everything supernatural. We're talking witchcraft, occult practices, paranormal phenomena, basically anything that seemed impossible or magical. The main guy behind this crazy project was Dr. Gottlieb. He was kind of famous, or infamous, for leading MK Ultra, and now he was diving into the world of the supernatural. The team didn't just sit in a lab, they went out and consulted some of the most unusual people you could imagine. We're talking about witches, sorcerers, astrologers, and get this, even self-proclaimed Satanists. So what exactly were they trying to do? Well, they were seriously investigating whether magical rituals and spells could actually produce real results. I mean, can you imagine government agents sitting around trying to cast spells? They looked into demonology and spirit possession, and some wild claims suggest they even tried to summon spirits or demons. But not for any spiritual reason. Nope, they wanted to gather intelligence and get an advantage over their enemies. But wait, it gets even weirder. They were super interested in astrology and divination. Like seriously, they wanted to know if tarot cards or star charts could actually predict the future or uncover hidden secrets. Psychic phenomena was a huge deal for them. While another project called Project Stargate was trying to develop something called remote viewing, Operation Often went full-on mystical mode. These guys collected massive amounts of occult literature. We're talking ancient texts, grimoires, anything that might have some supernatural information. They were basically supernatural librarians with spy training. And then things get super strange. They reportedly did experiments with animals, trying to figure out if animals might have some kind of psychic abilities. Some researchers claim to have bizarre experiences, objects moving by themselves, hearing disembodied voices, feeling this overwhelming sense of dread during experiments. But this was happening during the 1960s and 70s, when the occult was becoming super popular because of the counterculture movement. But here's the thing, this wasn't all fun and games. Some people involved in the project reportedly suffered serious psychological distress. Some even claimed they were haunted by entities they encountered during their research. Whether these were real experiences or just overactive imaginations, we'll probably never know. By the mid-1970s, Operation Often was shut down. Officially, they said it was because they found no practical results, and people were becoming more skeptical about paranormal research. But some conspiracy theorists believe the work might have just continued under different secret projects. Unlike other well-documented CIA projects, Operation Often is super mysterious. Most of what we know comes from second-hand accounts, whistleblowers, and researchers like journalist Gordon Thomas, who wrote about it in his book Journey into Madness. During the Cold War, both the United States and Soviet Union were desperate to get any possible advantage. The Soviets were rumored to be doing their own crazy psychic experiments, which likely pushed the US to try matching their efforts. Operation Often was basically part of this wild psychic arms race. Skeptics argue that the whole thing might have been exaggerated. They point out that no concrete evidence has ever proven these wild claims. But even if it's mostly fiction, the very existence of such a project shows how far governments were willing to go during the Cold War. So, are we left with more questions than answers? Absolutely. Did the CIA truly believe in occult powers? Or was this just another crazy attempt to stay ahead in a high-stakes global game? We may never know for sure. But one thing's certain. The story of Operation Often is a reminder that sometimes reality can be way more bizarre than any fiction we could dream up. By the way, if you like to watch more videos like this, just subscribe. 'Cause hey, it's free.